It's 22 minutes away from 8. Thank you very much, Peter. Excellent. Very well done. I've had a letter. Green buses, you say, in Christchurch as well? See,
what's wrong with a green bus?
Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with a green bus, because I can answer every question. Green, especially the green that they paint buses like in Hamilton, is like an emergency...
Last time you were there, you noticed them?
No, I saw them on that picture. I wouldn't actually go. Green is like an emergency response vehicle colour. Well, that's not...
That's noticeable.
Huge green boxes racing around. Well, not racing around.
What colour should buses be?
I think buses should be red.
Right.
Red is the colour for buses. Now, I know some people will be saying, but hello, red is the colour of emergency response vehicles. I know some people will be saying that, but I can nip that in the bud by saying it's a very bad colour for emergency response vehicles. And that's why
some of them are yellow,
most of the that sort of yellowy green, that's apparently the most recognisable colour. Yeah, and the buses too. I mean, it's just horrible. Great big green boxes charging up and down those awful streets.
Little things. Little things.
Now, I've had some fan mail, not sadly for me. It came to me.
Surprise.
I know, what's that all about, Peter? What's that all about? Well,
why would you get fan mail?
People sending me Kay's fan mail.
Yay! He won't let me read this. Read away.
Dear Paul, I wasn't happy. Now, normally when I get to that third word, you know, I wasn't happy, it's out of there. But I thought, no, on this very rare occasion, I will read on. And look, it's beautifully written, and that's always a bad sign. Paul, I wasn't happy at, basically your comments, I'll paraphrase, basically your comments read Taranaki. Apparently, Kay mentioned that she was going to Taranaki, and this is when you did, in fact, go to Taranaki. And I inadvertently must have gone like this.
You did.
You know? And this person here who lives in Stratford, I'm surprised you could see to write in Stratford, because that mist comes down from the hill. Most of the time you need pith helmets in Stratford just to get around. Anyway...
no point even responding.
Well, this person was just...
What kind of helmets?
Read the letter.
Pith helmets.
Just read the letter.
No, but that's basically it.
Yeah, what's the problem so we can say please?
Oh, yeah, well... Peg, it must be, but the writing's so beautiful it looks like P-I-G,
well,
but it's Peg.
Thank you, Peg.
But no, Peg, that's nice, and you say nice things about Kay, and Kay, I mean, just look at her.
And I like Taranaki.
Yeah, and also,
but
she points out beautiful Pukekura Park, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful. And they have the illuminations. I've been there for the I've actually been to Taranaki, where they don't have green buses.
And they do.
Pukekura Park is beautiful. You know, the Bowl of Brooklyn as well, you know, any old hole in the ground.
No, it is not, because it's got the big lake around the front.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so you've got some nice things there. I mean, I wouldn't
Can I get that from my scrapbook? I don't get that many.
Yeah, sure, take it with a scrapbook.
I'm honoured to be sitting next to such a genius.
I've always said that to you, Kay. I've always said that, to be fair, haven't I?
Always. The parent,
Took a bit of thinking about, didn't it? Took a weeny bit of thinking.
I do quite a few bulletins.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hard working. We're certainly getting our money's worth out of you for the time being. It's 22 minutes away from 9. I mentioned just before we had Race Relations Day yesterday. Then today is, I think a great day. You know, Water Purity Day or whatever it is. What day would you like it to be tomorrow, Peter?
I think RAV4 Appreciation Day. So you could take part in it, Paul.
And what do we all do on RAV4 Appreciation Day?
Hide.
Just appreciate the
nonsense. Right, like there could ever be an appreciation for RAV4s. No, I've got to be fair, because I mean,
they're very cute cars.
And also, he loves golfing, and they look more like golf carts than
and they take all his golf clubs.
What would you like tomorrow to be?
Don't be mean to Kay Day would be a start.
All right. Okay. Should we do that?
Yeah, why don't you?
Should we do that? Okay, we'll do both.
We'll never manage it.
RAV4 How about, RAV4 and Kay Gregory Appreciation Day tomorrow. Something to look forward to. Okay, thank you very much for your feedback. We have had a whole heap of feedback
today.
Quite a few
this
And actually some really good ones too, which is, you know, the flip side of yesterday where we had just a few and they were rubbish.
Nutters. No, we don't mean that. All right, quite a few commenting on...
This one's from Kerry. Well, now I've heard everything, says Kerry. Young Māori don't have the same chances as non-Māori at school. What a load of old trousers. The only reason I read that one is that's an interesting, what a load of old trousers. Who uses that? That must come from another country. As a teacher, I can tell you right now why Māori continue to underachieve in school. The majority of young Māori have no positive parental role models. Alcohol and drugs, coupled with generations of families living on benefits, is the real reason, not because teachers are not culturally sensitive. I'm sick and tired of teachers being blamed. We're there to teach, not to be social workers. I have Asian students who arrive in the country not being able to speak any English, and within a couple of years are top of the class. Blow that theory right out of the window, talking about the theory that the Māori Party have. They are. These Asian students have an enormous cultural divide to conquer, but because their parents put such a strong emphasis on education, they continue to achieve highly. Thank you for that, Christine. So basically, I suppose the message to me, Māori parents, would be get off your arses and help your children to actually achieve in school. Stop blaming other people. Nottingham in the UK have green buses, and they are double-deckers. That might be British racing green.
All right, well, mine's on the same subject. Shades of green buses in Wellington, army green in Johnsonville, and lime green. Thank you very much.
So they go with different shades of green. Christchurch has green buses, Paul, as Kay said. They also happen to be called the Orbiter. Maybe they're run by the same outfit. They might be run by the same.
The Orbiter's very popular.
Look, Wellington has green buses, Dunedin has green buses, Timaru has green buses. Hideous. All that goes to prove...
All I can say.
No, it doesn't make green buses nice. Does it? Just because there are lots of them around?
Who would have green buses, he said? Who would have green buses? Well, half the country.
Clearly there are a lot of people with very poor taste in this country, and I'm very sorry to be a part of it. But maybe I could be part of the solution. All right, while standing in the kitchen making my son's breakfast, I was listening to the TV in the next room. Well, you should be paying more attention. Don't make your son's breakfast. You should be watching television in the morning. To what I thought was Paul talking to Helen Clark. When I walked back into the room, I saw a picture of Guyon Espiner on the screen and wondered why he was there when Paul was talking to Helen. I then realised what I had heard was actually Guyon. But it's an easy mistake to make, eh? But it's an easy mistake to make.
Oh, I can't believe you
Have a good day, Angela. And finally, I noticed that Helen Clark's voice is deeper and lower than George Bush. I wonder if that's what he was chuckling at. I think it's worth reading those, quite frankly, because it's the view of the populace, isn't it? The view of the populace. She's been ringing me a lot lately.
Yeah,
anyway, more on that later. All right, still to come on breakfast this morning. It used to be called the Forbidden Island.